In pursuance of this writ, Quayson James Gyakye and the number of votes cast in respect of each of the candidates at the election is as follows. I'll mention the candidate and then the votes obtained. 1. Charles Opoku. 12,630 votes. 2. Sefenu Benis Enyonam, 87 votes. 3. Quayson James Gyakye, 17,245 votes. Honorable members, it's on the basis of these results that the Electoral Commission declared Quayson James Gyakye as the duly elected Member of Parliament for the Assin North constituency. Honorable members, Order 14.1 of the Standing Orders stipulates that every member shall, before taking his seat formally in Parliament, take and subscribe before the Speaker in the House and the presence of other members of Parliament the oath of allegiance and the oath of a Member of Parliament set out in Appendix C1 and 3 to these orders. Honorable members, furthermore, Order 14.2 states that a member, instead of taking the oath, may subscribe to a solemn as stated in these orders. Before I invite the honorable member-elect, it is important I draw the attention of the House to the presence of some of our compatriots who have come to witness the swearing-in of the Member of Parliament. The list is long, and I will not be able to mention all the names of those present. But I have before me the name of the former President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I am informed he is leading the members from the National Democratic Congress to witness the swearing in. And so with him are the following: Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Inketia, Chairman of the party, Honorable Julius Debra, former Chief of Staff, Honorable Fifi Kwete, General Secretary of the party, Professor Joshua Alabi, Ni Ashimo, Greater Accra Regional Chairman, Honorable Totobi Kwashe, Honorable Adekoka, Mr. Sami Gemfi, and Ambassador Victor Smith. From the Assin North constituency, we have a retinue of chiefs and queen mothers. The list is quite tall, and so I will generally acknowledge the representatives of the paramount chief. I am informed they are being led by Nana Hima Ntiamwa of Assin Breku. That is the Queen Mother. And the linguist Gyakye Quayson Ato, also from Assin Breku. We have, supported by a large number of other chiefs and totaling 23. We also have a number of leaders of churches, the clergy, and there are only 6 of them, so I mentioned their names. We have Pastor Sichofi Kabu, Baptist Church, Reverend Emmanuel Asare, True Word Ministry, Reverend Charles Ewa Samaritan, Christian Church, Reverend Felix Frimpong, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Very Reverend Bensford, Methodist Church, and Reverend Ebenezer Do Afo, Lighthouse International Church. Honorable members, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his entourage are rightfully seated at the distinguished visitors gallery to my right. The others are definitely at the public gallery. Honorable members, I, on behalf of the House, welcome them to this swearing ceremony. I now invite the Honorable Member-elect for the Assin North constituency, To proceed to the Speaker's days to be sworn into office. I shall now proceed to administer the oaths, starting with the oath of allegiance. You've been here before, so you know the drill. So I start.
I, James Gyakye Quayson,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance.
You repeat after me. Honorable members,
what's that? Yeah. So I just follow him. Yeah.
Honorable member, you are not covered by the pillar, and if you catch my eye again, I will take the necessary action against you. In the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As the law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
And
defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And defend the Constitution and the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
We now take the oath of a member of Parliament.
I, James Gyakye Quayson,
having been elected a member of Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold.
Preserve. Protect. And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of a member of Parliament.
Discharge the duties of Member of Parliament.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Honorable members, congratulations.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Parliament of Ghana and the 275 members, I offer you the essential, the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the standing orders of the Parliament of Ghana. Every day you are going to your farm, you must have your cutlass or your hoe to go to work.
That's right.
Today, I will start observing you.
Thank you.
Whether when you are on the floor here, you have these tools to work with.
Thank you.
And so on behalf of the House, I hand them over to you.
Okay. That's the same. Yes. Okay.
Honorable members, I want, on behalf of all of you, to congratulate the Honorable James Quayson Gyakye. I welcome him to the House and to draw his attention that this is a very, very important role he's going to play. But before I continue, it's important that I invite the leaders of the House to also add some words of congratulation to the honorable member on his election and how they intend to welcome him to the House. Honorable members, we'll start with the minority leader. Honorable members, please, if you catch my eye, I'll do the right thing. Yes, minority leader. Marshal, do the appropriate thing. You are not supposed to have cameramen here without permission. Yes, Minority Leader. Minority Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to congratulate our colleague, the Honorable James Gyakye Quayson, on his re-election, him back to the House of Parliament, where he rightly belongs. Mr. Speaker, his success in the by-election represents a victory for our democracy and a clear evidence of the savviness of the Ghanaian electorate. Right Honorable Speaker, the Assin North constituency witnessed, unfortunately, a sudden outburst of new, unplanned, and unbudgeted projects, including the distribution of cash amid a major economic crisis of our lifetime. Mr. Speaker, all this was to influence voters. Immediately, Honorable James Gyakye Quayson's election was declared null and void and of no legal effect by the Supreme Court of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the good people of Assin North, however, demonstrated cannot be bought by virtual projects or cash. Right Honorable Speaker, on the 7th of December 2020, the good people of Assin North expressed their mandate freely and elected Mr. James Gyakye Quayson to represent them in the House. Sadly, on the 6th of January 2021, every effort has been made by proxies of government to prevent Mr. Quayson from representing his people, including injuncting him from functioning as a member of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, and this lasted for almost 14 months until the Supreme Court finally made their pronouncement. Right Honorable Speaker, when these machinations by proxies of government failed to break the resolve of Mr. Quayson, the government then took up the challenge frontally and instituted a criminal charge against him, with the Attorney General virtually urging the High Court to hear the matter on a daily basis, all to prevent Mr. Quayson from campaigning for re-election. Mr. Speaker, the President even went further by calling on voters of Assin North not to vote for Mr. Quayson because he was jail-bound. Mr. Speaker, the President was certain and categorical when he said, "Don't vote for someone who will end up in jail." Right Honorable Speaker, this singular categorical statement from His Excellency the President is not only prejudicial, but Mr. Speaker, it's a threat to fair trial and justice, and therefore undermines the judicial system, which is indeed the anchor of our democracy. Right Honorable Speaker, all these machinations did not deter nor weaken Mr. Quayson's resolve. Indeed, he continued to serve his people and live his vision. Mr. Speaker, it was therefore not surprising that the good people of Assin North reaffirmed their confidence in him at the just ended election on the 27th of June 2023. With a wider margin, Mr. Speaker, they voted massively for him, and he obtained a whopping 57.56% of the valid vote cast. Mr. Speaker, the people of Assin North have sent a clear message to all politicians, Mr. Speaker, and the government of the day in particular, that they cannot be hoodwinked by sharing of money, nor be intimidated by threats. It is the same message that Ghanaians are sending to all of us, that in the year 2024, they will exercise their franchise based on their conscience, and no amount of threat nor threat will dissuade them from voting out the administration that we are witnessing. So, Speaker, Ghanaians are really appalled by the abysmal economic mismanagement, poor governance, and increasing level of corruption, leading to unprecedented economic hardship being experienced by the people of Ghana. So, Speaker, the time has come for us as politicians, and rightly so, the political class, to have a rethink about the worsening monetarization of our elections and its negative impact on our democracy. Right Honorable Speaker, I must commend our colleague, Mr. Quayson, for his courage and resilience spirit. He has prevailed in the face of persecution. I am aware that today he is due to appear in court. The Speaker, to defend the trumped-up charges against him, my message to him is to take solace in the good book, in Deuteronomy 31:6, which says, the Speaker, do not be afraid or terrified because of them. The Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. The Speaker, I wish to serve notice. The Speaker, I wish to serve notice that the entire minority group will accompany our colleague to court today and any other day that he is to appear in court. Mr. Speaker, we are solidarizing with our colleague and we will not participate in the business of the House anytime our colleague is in court, and we will be withdrawing from the chamber after this ceremony if the court processes indeed happens today. Mr. Speaker, amid persecution, cooperation will certainly suffer. Mr. Speaker, a word to a wise is in Assin North. A word to a wise is in Assin North. Mr. Speaker, let me use this opportunity to thank you once again for the opportunity. But let me also note that it is only until you swore him in that our colleague, Honorable James Gyakye Quayson, swore the oath of allegiance, and not when he filed his nomination at the Electoral Commission. That should be noted by all stakeholders of state. Mr. Speaker, I urge the government to listen to the good people of Assin North and do the right thing. I urge you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, before I invite the majority leader, the leader of the House, to also say a word, my attention has been drawn to the fact that the Central Regional Chairman of the NDC, Professor Assedu, together with other members of the Central Regional Executives are here, and the executives, constituency executives of Assin North, they are also present. Now, it is the turn of the majority leader to welcome and congratulate the honorable member.
James Gyakye Quayson. Because, Mr. Speaker, the Supreme Court has ruled that his own swearing in on January 7th, 2021 was an anomaly and indeed was null and void. You run
Sorry.
to uphold, preserve, and protect the Constitution. All of us have sworn to do that. Mr. Speaker, the eligibility and qualification criteria for members of Parliament are set out in Article 94 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the tenure of office of members of Parliament are also provided for.
Honourable members, this is a very important occasion. Please, listen to the majority leader.
Mr. Speaker, as I said, the tenure of office of members of Parliament is also provided for under Article 97(1), which every member has sworn to uphold. Of particular importance, Mr. Speaker, is 71(e), which provides a member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament if any circumstances arise such that if he were not a member of Parliament would cause him to be disqualified or be ineligible for election under Article 94 of this Constitution. Mr. Speaker, if this provision comes to be applied, nobody from a true conscience can say that this is persecution or selective justice. Let us respect the Constitution that all of us have sworn to uphold. Selectivity would be when you elect to apply in piecemeal the entirety of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, so people should understand and appreciate this Constitution. And when it comes to be applied, it is not selective justice. Mr. Speaker, examples abound in this House. We witnessed the appearance and disappearance of the Honorable Samuel Nyimaka. In 1997 was applied. He appeared and had to disappear. The Honorable Adamu Secondary. He appeared and disappeared. Article 97 came to be applied. So, Mr. Speaker, when you have people talking about selective justice, you wonder where they are coming from. We have decided, indeed, committed ourselves to uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic. Mr. Speaker, I hear my colleague say that some political party was engaged in the distribution of cash. Some political party. Mr. Speaker, I also witnessed some political party distributing machetes, insecticides, and Wellington boots. If you're talking about corrupting the protest, liability also can be expressed. Be truthful to yourself and your conscience. Mr. Speaker, we welcome our colleague. He entered this House, rightly or wrongly, but he cultivated friends whilst his stay here lasted. Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure that anybody can say that Gyakye Quayson is an enemy to him. We may disagree on a few things, but I believe that across the political divide, he made so many friends. Mr. Speaker, I believe the NDC want to believe that what victory that our colleague has chalked, and indeed we must congratulate him. The NDC want to believe that this is a peak victory that would hurt the pride of the MPP, as the minority leader has alluded to. Of course, on the other hand, we, the party of the MPP, also believe that this is a victory of phantasmal character that certainly may not last. But, Mr. Speaker, the choice of the people of Assin North, and we must, everybody, The rest of it is in the hands of the Attorney General. Mr. Speaker, the rest of it, as we move from here, is in the hands of the Attorney General. Whilst he remains here, we can only embrace him as a member of Parliament, coming here to be a part of the fraternity whilst it lasts. Mr. Speaker, so on behalf of the majority, let me welcome him and hope that he'll be able to discharge his functions to his constituents whilst it lasts. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
Honorable members, honorable members, I believe we now have the full complement of the members of Parliament in the House. It's my duty to always direct the clerk to inform the Electoral Commission as to the vacancy of a seat in this House. I hope I will not be given the opportunity again to so direct that it be declared vacant. With this, I humbly plead with you to go by the rules and don't compel me to so direct again. I know when to apply the whip. And so those of you who have decided not to go by my directive and you are breaching the rules, I'm taking note of all of you. And now for the whip, we apply it in various ways. And I can assure you that it will be applied. Honorable member, you are most welcome to the House. You have been elected by the people of Assin North constituency. You represent all those who voted for you and those who voted against you, and even those who did not vote. So you represent all the people of Assin North constituency. Just like how His Excellency the President represents all the people of Ghana. Whoever breaches these rules so at the peril of the position you occupy. I handled a number of petitions before as a lawyer. And when I speak, I know why I say those statements about selective justice. And I stand by those statements. And I can produce evidence, solid evidence to support my position. So please, if the reference to the use of selective justice is to what I said, Honourable members, with this, we'll proceed with the business of the House. And with your permission, all those who are here because of this ceremony, you have my permission to depart from the chamber. I can't say you are discharged because you are not appearing before us for anything. But we are happy to have you, particularly the chiefs and queen mothers from the Assin North constituency. Congratulations for having a very peaceful and harmonious election and for making sure that our democracy is deepened. We are grateful to you. Honourable members, Honourable Speaker, with your kind permission, we have honourable members, in view of the transition, I will suspend sitting for a few minutes. I think 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So sitting is accordingly suspended for 30 minutes.
Go back.